I'm Taylor, and today I'm going to tell you about how to be a good roommate from 3 different perspectives. So I live in a co-ed dorm in East with 3 of my roommates, and then including me, so 4. And we all have very different personalities. Like if you were to describe us, I'm like the basic white girl. McKenna is kind of like granola-y and hipster and kind of things like that. And then Connor is like the gamer, and then Chris is kind of just like the skater boy kind of thing. So us 4 all together is a very weird and just different personalities, but we make it work really well. And we use these rules to help us keep a positive atmosphere in the room. So first, McKenna says the most important part about being a good roommate is to be a good friend. So to her, being a good friend is coming into class and be like, hey, how was your day? How was your exam? Can I help you with anything? And another one would be like, hey, can you clean up your dishes? I'm really busy today and I have an exam, and I promise I'll do it next time. Next time you're busy and everything. And then another part of being a roommate for her is just always having a positive attitude. If you're having a bad day, just tell her, hey, I'm not having a good day, can I have my space? Or always trying to bring the other person up, so you're not just bringing the other person down. Be like, I'm so excited for you, do good on your exam, or good luck in your swim meet this weekend. Just little things like that go a really long way for her. And another one is personal space. She likes her space and have her downtime before bed. So just make sure you don't intrude on a person's surroundings and how they feel, and just be a good and common collective roommate. And then to Connor, a good roommate to him is just not being obnoxious when he's studying or trying to sleep. So say he was doing homework and he had a big exam, we would want to make sure that we're quiet in the room and not yelling, screaming, and laughing and constantly bothering him. And another one is being a clean roommate. So keeping up with the dishes, making sure your shoes aren't all over the floor, folding your blankets on the couch, cleaning up the shower, your clutter around the sink, just making sure you're a clean and cleansing person. And then another one is just being a good friend. Again, just McKenna, all of us are really close, surprisingly. So we just try to keep a good and healthy relationship between all 4 of us. And if there's ever an issue, we always just talk about it and say hey, can you not do this anymore? Or it just really bothers me. Can you try not to do that? Just explain and be open with the person. And then also for my other roommate, Chris, a good way to be a good roommate to him is just when he was sick in the hospital, he expected us to be hey, do you need anything? Do you need our notes for the class that you missed? Do you need any medicine or a ride to the doctors or anything? Just being there and being a really good support system for that person. And also just having a good time in the room and not being negative. A big rule in our dorm is not being negative, being positive, and being respectful of everyone. And Chris also likes when you say hey, how are you doing, just being interested in the person's life and being there if they do need something, hey, how was your day, how was your exam, can I help you in any way? Just always being a backbone for your roommate or anyone that's in the room. And then another very important one to Chris is always having people over and being respectful of the people that they have over. When they bring people to the door, hey, how are you? I'm Taylor, I'm McKenna, just introducing yourself and be you're always welcome here. And don't make the other person feel comfortable, because we are 4 people living together. We need to be accepting of new friends that come in and out of the room. And then a really important way to be a roommate for me is just always having a good time in the room, laughing, smiling, telling jokes, going out and doing things. Every Sunday we always get breakfast together and go out to the movies that we all want to see, and just doing things together, spending a lot of time kind of building a family, because you're living with them for a year. It's important to be close to them and have a good time. And also when you're having a bad day, you want to bring them a box of tissues if they're crying or sick, or need to blow their nose, and give them cough drops. It's things that help the person be in a positive attitude, just support everyone constantly. And especially like when you're a freshman at uni, you're living in a really small dorm, so it's really important to like use all these key tools to like help keep your like studies up, because if you have like a negative personality or anything in the room, it could like affect like your studying, like your sleep, like you just don't feel comfortable in the room, so you want to make sure that everyone always feels comfortable. And then lastly, like you just want to treat everyone how you expect it to be treated, so kind of like the golden rule, you just like want to be an overall good person. Thank you.